Loving y'all with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength. Believing y'all with things that you desire. Believe in him with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength. Because you believe with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength. In verse 23 it says, when I say unto you that whatsoever you shall say unto this mountain, be thou removed and be thou cast into the sea, and shall not doubt in his heart. Not doubt. When you're not doubting in your heart, that means you're loving y'all with all your heart. You believe in all your heart. You just believe this thing. Nobody can't tell you nothing. You know how you get upset when you know in your mind and you believe, and nobody can't tell you nothing? That's the same thing as you praying. You having faith in y'all. You understand y'all. You just believe y'all. Nobody can tell you that. When you praying, you just believing this is going to happen. Believing on this job. Believing on this car, believing in my family, believing in my health, believing in the change in my situation coming around. In your heart, and not doubt, you should move these mountains out the way. Talk about that withered tree. Think about that wither. When Cephas seen that withered tree, he said, Yahusha, the tree is withered. He says, believe in Yah. Have faith in Yah. Because he remembered when Yahusha cursed that tree. Because he went to that tree and he was supposed to see some fig trees on it and didn't see nothing. The tree looked too good. Yeshua was ready to eat. He didn't see that fig tree, so he cursed it. So when it came back, a day or two, it was withered away. And the Apostle Cephas seen that, he acknowledged that. And Yahusha says, have faith in Yah. Because it's the same thing. Remember that. And another thing I want y'all to see that. It's just that it happened right then and there. So our stuff that we praying for is not going to happen right then and there. Might happen 2 days afterwards. Might happen 3 days. A week. But he says believe. He says not doubt in your heart. Not doubt. Not doubt means, man, talking about love Yah with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength means have faith with Yah with all your heart. With all your heart. No schism, nothing. No lacking in your heart. Believe it. Let's go to Romans chapter 5. This is the scripture from yesterday. Well, I like this scripture because Yeshua was ministering to me with this scripture. That's verse 5. Chapter 5, verse 1 and 2, 1 to 3. Excuse me, 1 to 4. Therefore, being justified by faith, we have peace with Yah through our Elohim Yeshua Mashiach, by whom also we have access by faith into this grace, wherein we stand and rejoice in hope of the glory of Yah. And not only so, but we glory in tribulation. We glory in tribulation, also knowing that tribulation worketh patience, and patience experience hope. And hope maketh us not ashamed, because the love of Yah is shed abroad in our hearts by the Ruach HaKodesh, which is given to us. But I was thinking about the tribulations, the patience, the experience, and the hope. The faith. That's what faith gives you. That gives us more than anybody out there. They don't have, when they go through tribulations, the patience. Because when they go through tribulation, they straight cussing somebody up and down. You know what I'm saying? Or they're going to take you out. They're going to move you out the way. They don't got no patience. And they definitely ain't got no experience with the trouble they're going through. We got experience. We done been through it already. We got the patience, so we got the experience of it. We already know how to handle it. And then while we handle it, what's the hope coming from? The hope is that we get something better than this, man. That's the hope. We don't want to stay right here. Nobody wants to stay where they at. That's the hope. I got hope that Then I got me a fat beach house, nice car. Now look at y'all laughing at me. Now I speak when I pray. That's my desire. Beach house out the beach. I'm serious about this. Y'all think y'all be laughing at me? I want me a nice ride. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to always stay right here in an apartment with my beast, green beast. I ain't gonna talk about my green beast out there. I love a green beast. No, but I want something, man, better than my green beast. You know? Through my tribulations. Give me my patience. I'm being patient with all this stuff. This stuff is going through. You know what I'm saying? What's going in my path. Tribulations, because I put my hope and my trust in y'all. You know what I'm saying? Trust in y'all with all that heart. Lean not to your own understanding. You know what I'm saying? He shall direct our path. We trust in him with all our heart, soul, mind, and strength. When you trust in him, that's where your patience is, through your tribulations. Then you get experience. Experience, man, that any tribulations come your way, you know what I'm saying? You got experience with it. You got experience with y'all. You know how to deal with it, because what tribulation we're going through, we always take it to y'all anyway. Y'all says, cast your burdens, cast your cares before him, for he cares for you. You know what I'm saying? Take my yoke upon you. Upon me, he says that. My yoke is easy, my burden is light. That means we're taking what Yahusha have given us. And that's what the hope we get. The hope is, he says he gives a abundant life, a season life abundantly. More than we ask and able. He'll give us a life, abundant life. That's what Yahusha gives us. That's the hope we have. So let's talk about somebody who's patient. Somebody with the tribulations. Somebody who got hope. Let's talk about some of the people like that. Y'all know anybody you need to talk to about like that? Who have faith like that? Who have hope like that? Who experience some things like that? Y'all know anybody in the body that want to speak about? Y'all know anybody in the body that knows something like that? Huh? Let's go talk about Abraham. We talked about him last night. Abraham, this is Genesis chapter 12. A few scriptures. I can be along with y'all today. I already talked to y'all already. I talked your ears off already. Let's talk about Abraham. Malachi. Who's Abraham? You know who Abraham is? Don't worry about it, son. We're going to be learning. Since y'all don't be in the house of y'all now, coming. You can see Sister Bleacher done made it twice in a row, so it's about to be on. It's about to be on. Good Malachi. Abraham was like our forefathers, like our grandfather. You say it like that. Okay? You say, who's Abraham? Say he's like our grandfather. Grandfather in the faith. Our father who believed Yah. Who taught us to believe Yah with faith. Okay? You can say it like that. I'll teach you more about that. This is better understanding. So when you say, who's Abraham? Well, he's our father of faith. He's like our grandfather. He's our forefather, our ancestor that believed Yah, that taught us how to have faith in Yah. That's why he became the father of nations. Okay? We'll learn more about it. Because you got to know. He's your grandfather as my grandfather. Our great-great-great-grandfather. You understand? He had faith. He believed Yah. So we believe Yah like him. He didn't know y'all like we know y'all. He didn't know that until he stepped out in faith. Faith, like I said, faith means believe. He believed. So we believe. Right? All right. There you go. Boy, I like you, man. All right. Genesis chapter 12, verse 8. Now Elohim has said unto Abram, get you up out of this country and from the kindred and from the father's house unto a land that I will show you, and I will make of you a great nation. I will bless you and make your name great, and you shall be blessed. You shall be a blessing. And I will bless them that bless you, and curse them and curse him that curses you. And in you shall all families of the earth be blessed. So Abram departed as the Lord, as Elohim had spoken to him. And Lot went with him. And Abram was 75 years old when he departed out of Haran. They tell you that Yah told Abraham to leave. Abraham took his family and left Haran. That means he believed Yah. All right? He believed Yah. That's faith. Yahuwah told him to do something, and he did it. And we know that he succeeded. If you read down through the books, you can see that he believed. He says he's a mighty nation. Okay? Let's talk about King David. Let's go to 1 Samuel chapter 18. Just give you some examples of faith. Anybody know the story about David? You want to speak a little bit about David? Tell me a little bit about King David. Okay. Okay then. Now he was a shepherd boy. Was he a king? Now, at the time, I like that. You give it as a beginning. Everybody got some beginning. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you're a king. This boy was a shepherd boy. Lowest of the lowest. Shepherd boys ain't nothing. They always in the dirt in the woods, man. You know? A shepherd boy. So, before King David, he was a shepherd boy. He attended sheep. Okay? All right, I like that. That is chapter 16. Go to chapter 16. Verse 5. Verse 4. And Samuel did that which Elohim spake, and came to Bethlehem, and the elders of the town trembled at his coming, and said, comest thou peacefully? I had to read that verse right there. Why did the elders, as Samuel come into the town, why did the elders come straight to them trembling? Do y'all know? Huh? I had to read that. It's more than in the top of faith. I'm just throwing this stuff out there, man. Why did the elders come out of the town to meet Samuel trembling? Back in those days, man, when a prophet come to your town, there's two things going to happen. Life or death. That's why they came trembling. Think about it. If you're a priest in your town, if you cutting up ain't doing things right, and a prophet comes to town, you know what time it is. He gonna call your number and you done. Straight up. Or if a prophet comes to your town, and you come to him and said, prepare a table, this comes for blessings. He's coming to your town for a reason. To speak the Dabarim of Yah. The word is coming forth. Straight up. Good or bad is coming. That's why I like that verse. Those boys was trembling, boy. That's like, man, you know what I'm saying? Trembling, scared. Verse 5. And he said, peacefully I am come to sacrifice unto Elohim. They said, peacefully, boy, sanctify yourself and come with me to the sacrifice. And he sanctified Jesse and his sons and called them to the sacrifice. And it came to pass, when they come, he looked on Eli and said, surely Elohim is before him. But Elohim said unto Samuel, look not on his countenance or on the height or the statures, because I refuse him. For Elohim sees not as a man sees, for man looks on the outward appearance, but Elohim looks on the heart. Then Jesse called Amminadab, made pass before Samuel, and he said, neither have Elohim chosen this. And Jesse made Shema to pass by, and he said, neither have Elohim chosen this. Again, Jesse made 7 of his sons to pass before Samuel. And Samuel said unto Jesse, Elohim has not chosen these. And Samuel said unto Jesse, are here all thy children? And he said, there remain yet the youngest. And behold, he keepeth the sheep. And Samuel said unto Jesse, send and fetch him, for we will not sit down till he comes here. And he sent and brought him in. Now he was ready and withal of a beauty countenance, and goodly looked to. And Elohim said, arise, anoint him, for this is he. And Samuel took the horn of oil, anointed him in the midst of the brethren. And the spirit, the rock of the Elohim, came upon David. From that day forth, so Samuel rose up and went to Ramah. But the rock of Elohim departed from Saul, and the evil spirit from Elohim did trouble him. Okay. All right. So you was right, sir. David was a shepherd boy, but he anointed him king. All right. Okay. Let's go down to chapter 17. Okay. Verse 20. And David rose up early in the morning and left the sheep with the keeper. See, David was a shepherd. And took and went as Jesse had commanded him. And he came to the trench as the host was going forth to the fight, and shouted for the battle. For Israel and the Philistines had put the battle in array, army against army. And David left his courage in the hand of the keeper of the courage, and ran into the army, and came and slew his brother. And as he talked with them, behold, there came up a champion, a Philistine of Gath, Goliath by name, out of the armies of the Philistines, and spake according to the same words. And David heard them. And all the men of Israel, when they saw the man, fled from him, and were so afraid. And the men of Israel said, have ye seen this man that is come up? Surely to defy Israel is he come up, and he shall be that man who killeth him. And the king will enrich him with great riches, and will give him his daughter, and make his father's house free in Israel. And David spake to the men that stood by him, saying, what shall be done to the man that killeth this Philistine, and take away the reproach from Israel? For who is this uncircumcised Philistine, that he should defy the armies of the living God? And the people answered him after this manner, saying, so shall it be done to the man that killed him. And Eli his eldest brother heard when he spake unto the man. And Eli's anger was kindled against David. And he said, why camest thou down hither? And with whom hast thou left those few sheep in the wilderness? And I know thy pride and the knowledge of thy heart, for thou art come down that thou mightest see the battle. And verse 29, David said, what have I now done? Is there not a cause? And verse 30, and he turned from him towards another, and spake after the same manner. And the people answered him again after the former manner. Verse 25, I'm going to jump back up to 25. And the men of Israel said, have you seen this man that is come up? Surely to defy Yisrael is he come up. And it shall be that the man who killed him enrich him with great riches, and would give him his daughter, and make his father's house free in Israel. All right, we know what happens in this story. We're going to go back a little bit more and talk about it. But first, why did little David, shepherd boy, start talking his mouth? Huh? There you go. Thank you, Elder. It was already in his mind already. We got to have that faith too already in our mind when situations come up already. He didn't know that. All David was doing, listen, being obedient to his father Jesse, was to go take this little food to his brothers and to the captain. If you read that, you will read it already. Just being obedient. So when he got there, he heard Goliath talking junk. This dude, man, talking junk about my yard and the people. I know it kindled in David. What? You know what I'm saying? But it was already in his mind. Because he heard him talking about it. He said, the one that takes out this dude, the king would give him his daughter and his family would be free in the country. But David didn't care about that. David cared about, man, this dude's talking junk about God's people. So like you said, Elder said, he was already in him already. It was girded up in him. He already had faith. He seen Goliath. Everybody else was running. He was ready to take him out. But I'm trying to tell you, David already had experience already. Did I tell you about tribulations, patience, experience, hope? I'm talking about what David already had already. David already had the experience of the tribulation already. I'm going to show you the tribulation he went through. He already had the experience already with it. He already had the patience with it already. That's why he was talking junk about Goliath. He was ready for God already. But I'm trying to tell you, he didn't know nothing about Goliath already. He came into some ruckus. Wait a minute. This dude's talking about my y'all and my family. But I'm trying to tell you, he already had the faith. Elder says it's already in him. That's what I'm saying. If you love y'all with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength, we got to have faith like that. We got to have faith like that already in our heart. Like David did. I'll show you right here. This is about to be the last one. But I'm trying to share with you, as I'm saying, when you have faith, when you love y'all all your heart, soul, mind, and strength, you gotta have faith the same way. When you have faith the same way, you be able to move giants. David moved the mountain. David moved the mountain out of the way. Wherever you show desire in your heart, it should be done. The desire David had was to move Goliath out the way. Everybody else was fearing. You see where everybody was running? They told me, did you see the height of that dude? They were running scared. They were pucking out. But David, man, really I would say I ain't put David that small, but Malachi, I won't mess with Miguel. King David was like Miguel's side. Think about the King David, it was like Miguel's side taking out Goliath. You know what I'm saying? I said Malachi's side. You know what I'm saying? Talking about Goliath. About to knock Goliath out. Alright. Verse 27. Verse 30. And he turned from him towards another and spake after the same manner, and the people answered him again after the former thing. And when the words were heard which David spake, they rehearsed them before Saul, and he sent for them. The words were heard. David was talking junk. That's how much faith David had. If David was talking so much junk, he said the word was rehearsed. Words rehearsed what David said. David was giving encouragement. But think about that faith David had. It was rehearsed and rehearsed and rehearsed that King Saul heard it. Then when King Saul heard it, he told him, bring David here now. I want to hear what this guy got to say. But he didn't know how big King David, he didn't know how high David was. He didn't know who David was until he seen him. Then he probably started laughing at him. But David had faith. It says right here, verse 32. And David said to Saul, let no man's heart fail because of him. Your servant will go and fight with this Philistine. And Saul said to David, you are not able to go against this Philistine to fight with him, for you are but a youth, and he is a man of war from his youth. See how Saul said that? You are a youth, but this dude is a man of war from his youth. He's mocking him already. Verse 34. And David said to Saul, your servant keep his father's sheep. And there came a lion and a bear and took a lamb out of the flock. I went out after him and smote him and delivered it out of his mouth. And when he rose against me, I caught him by his beard, caught him by his beard, and smote him and slew him. And your servant slew both the lion and the bear. And this uncircumcised Philistine shall be as one of them, seeing he hath defiled the armies of the living Yah. Okay then. Tribulations. This is what happened. Now talking about tribulations. A lion and a bear came and got a sheep. That's trouble. David out in the woods by himself, a shepherd. Think about it. Lion and bear, you are a lion bear, you a shepherd. What you gonna do when a lion bear come? I'm running, man. I'm running. And what you think? A lion? Bear? But David, no. He went after them. And grabbed it by the beard. And slew the lion and the bear. Tribulation. Trouble. Right? Patience. He figured it out. Experience. He killed the lion and the bear. He had hope now. Brought it back. Freedom. Brought back the lamb. He says the Philistine will be the same. The Philistine will be the same. Do you understand that? The faith that he had already. That's the faith that we got to have. All right? All right. So that's what I was sure about that. One was Abraham's faith to leave the country. To leave the country or the town where he was at. To go and do what Yah has said. Another faith is that you have experience already. Then when you come to something like David did, to stand up. He had faith. The same Yah that delivered him from the lion and the bear, it'll be the same Yah that's going to deliver him from Goliath. And that's what we got, that type of faith we got to have. That faith right there. That experience faith. That hope faith. That patient faith. Going through tribulations and troubles and times. Alright? Alright, again, salutations to Bishop Pastor Desiree, and Bishop Kadori, and Pastor Jacob, and Pastor Coltrane, and another pastor, I'm going to get your name, from India. All these pastors and bishops, man, they're overseas. I got to start remembering their names. Bishop Ronolad Hairston Jr. says salutations to you from El-beth-el Sabbath Church. Same with the congregation here. Says salutations to Pastor Desiree. Still getting there, sir. Keep me in prayer. I'm praying for you. Bless you. Bless the churches over there. May y'all bless thee and keep thee. May y'all make his face shine upon thee and be gracious to thee. May y'all live upon you, give you peace in Yahushua's name. May y'all make you right on the high places of earth, feed with the hairs of Yaakov, with the hairs of Yosef, with the hairs of Abraham. For the mouth of Yah spoken it, for the mouth of Yah spoken in Yahushua's name. I speak these blessings on you, TV land, and to everybody, the churches under the Bethel, and everybody that sound of my voice. May y'all bless you and keep you today. I speak these in Yahushua's name. Thank you for tuning in. In Yahushua's name. Bottom line.